Okay, guys, so we're going to do take 2 of this video because apparently I can't edit my own video. I can't find my own video. The only way I can access my own video that YouTube decided to throw down the memory hole was by using a direct link that Satellite gave me. Because apparently talking about how the social justice warriors are ruining a movie is a bad thing. So, I'm pre-recording it, we're going to do this video again, and we're going to put it up on the BitChute. So YouTube, suck my nut. Let's jump into the video. Brie Larson won't allow Captain Marvel media tour to be overwhelmingly white or male. Because my identity politics matters. Isn't that right, Brie? You know, the funny thing was is that when we first made this video, I didn't go hard on this movie. And now I'm pissed off. So, unshackled. Captain Marvel star Brie Larson says she's determined to make sure that the Marvel movie upcoming press junket is diverse and female-led, pledging to Mariah Carey, UK, that she will keep the tour from becoming overwhelmingly white or male, because now we're just going to go employing people because they have freaking ovaries, apparently. Larson is starring...
That's most of her audience.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on that part. Larson is starring as Carol Danvers in the Marvel Universe's female-led superhero blockbuster, which is bound to fail more than the Hindenburg, but regardless. Due out in the first week of March, which I will no longer be seeing, the hotly anticipated... Really? You want to go there? It was. Captain Marvel draws on the character's long history and should be key element in the Marvel Universe's next generation of films. But feminist. Because let's brainwash a bunch of children with a progressive point of view because, me narrative. But anyway. Including Larson, are determined to make the movie a landmark for women because it works out so great for Wonder Woman, right? There's no way the left went and attacked Wonder Woman because she wasn't feminist enough. Like, it's not like they went on about hairy armpits. Oh wait, they did. Even catering, even kowtowing, bending the knee, taking one up the you-know-what as a large-size object, whatever you want to call it, doesn't make them happy. Why are you ruining a movie because of your identity politics is beyond me. Because this did not work out well for Star Wars. This did not work out well for Ghostbusters. This has not worked out well for most of the movies that you have tried to push this left-wing agenda into your movies. I can't seem to go to a movie these days without it having some left-wing agenda. Even Predator went on about how climate change was going to wipe out the universe, or the planet, within the next generation. It's about frigging space aliens hunting people, and you still have to put a left-wing agenda in it. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I haven't been to the movies in years, because I just got sick and tired of this. Like, I'm going to go pay for a ticket to go watch a movie, and then it's going to be like, oh, this isn't actually enjoying a movie. This is, tell me more about being a feminist and how the world's going to end because of climate change.
Yeah, this is propaganda. This is something that someone wrote in the live stream that we did. When people go to the movies, they want to be entertained, not lectured on ongoing social issues. Hence, why they have this. Why I think this movie was going to flop. And I could not agree with this person more. I go to Captain Marvel. I want to see Marvel superheroes saving the universe. I don't want them saving America from racism, which actually was a comic. Do you wonder why people are not watching your videos? Why people are not going through and reading your comic books anymore? Comic Gate is a real thing. The one comic...
Comic stores were closing across the country, man.
Yeah.
Businesses have gone under because of this bullshit.
People don't want to hear this crap.
The shop owners themselves were really pissed about it because they were losing customers, and like these people just lost their businesses because the comics were full of this crap.
But it's not just that, because there's a YouTuber. I want to say actually he's a comic drawer, but he has a YouTube channel. It's by the way, go and check out his YouTube channel. I think it's Comic Gate. I think it's if you do the hashtag Comic Gate, it comes up. It's like Comic Con or something like that. His channel is up. Forget the name. Anyway, he went through, and the YouTubers banded together and made this comic series. Fucking sold out. You know why?
Yeah.
Because it didn't have this social justice warrior crap. People actually liked the comic. And he yet, from my understanding, couldn't put it in comic stores. None of them would touch it. So, why the hell is someone having to go through and publish his own comic? Right? Because, you know, diversity apparently is okay, except for when it comes to diversity of thought. Why the hell can't a guy write his own comic and get it sent and published and put into comic stores like everybody else? Oh, monopolies, of course, but anyway. And it ends up being so popular, he sells out. And the reason why? No social justice warrior crap. It was a standard like an old issue of a comic. And people loved it. They don't want this crap in the movies. Going broke, won't go broke, is a thing. Star Wars, for example. How many people here actually enjoyed the last episode of Star Wars? Did you?
It was marginally okay.
Well, you actually saw it? I'm surprised. I haven't even seen it.
Are you talking the first one, right? With where they call her the Mary Sue?
No, I've seen that one. No, the very last episode. There was the very last video that came out.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that. I wasn't interested.
No, neither have I. And I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Grew up watching Star Wars. My favourite game to play is fucking Star Citizen, which is based on like Star Wars like things.
Yeah, and the last good Star Wars games was Knights of the Old Republic, and the number 2, which I actually prefer. Yeah. Which is controversial. A lot of people fight over which one was better. But anyway.
Well, whatever, yeah. But at the end of the day, the last Star Wars movie was crucified because it pushed a social justice warrior agenda.
Yeah.
No one liked it. And what, Marvel? Hold my beer? We've got this. And I find it ironic that this movie, for example, which has Samuel L. Jackson, it's banking on him, mind you. If this movie didn't have Samuel L. Jackson, I imagine it would do shitter than it already is going to. But regardless, this movie is literally banking on Samuel L. Jackson, and the feminists out there are going on, nah, this is a Wonder Woman, this is a feminist power movie. If your movie was so feminist and so woman powered, why are you banking on Samuel L. Jackson? Why is it the trailers for this movie are showing off more about Samuel L. Jackson than the actual character? The thing I remember from their trailer was Samuel L. Jackson, which, from what I can see in this movie, seems to have been cut a bit, but regardless, it's more about him playing with the frigging cat in the hallway. Frigging hell. Larson about a year ago, I started paying attention to what my press days look like and the critics are reviewing movies. And I noticed it appeared to be overwhelming white, male, Larson told Mary Choir UK's Kenneth Brown. According to Fox News, I spoke to Dr. Stacy Smith at the USC Amberg Inclusion Initiative because they're not going to have a prerogative or anything, right? It's literally an inclusive initiative. I wonder what their findings were. Who put together a study to confirm that, oh my God, imagine my shock. An inclusive initiative found that there's not enough inclusivity in the actual critics and in the press. I am. Are you shocked, Satellite? Are you amazed at that finding?
No, I'm not.
No, neither am I.
They're jumping over each other like leapfrog. Oh, that's crazy. Nah, not really. Hold my beer, I'll jump over, I'll go crazier.
Right. They put together a study that found out of the 100 highest grossing movies in 2017, 67% of top critics were white males. Less than 25% were white women, and while 10% of men were of colour, 2.5% were women of colour. Maybe because at the end of the day, females aren't that interested in most movies. Maybe.
Comics, for that matter.
Oh, yeah. But maybe. Well, they're talking about movies in general here. But the highest grossing movies. What was the highest grossing movie of 2017? Marvel.
I don't actually know.
Marvel?
Oh, really? Okay.
I imagine it would have been Marvel, wouldn't it? Avengers, maybe?
It rings a bell.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. So at the end of the day, they found out of the top 100 grossest movies in 2017, 67% of top critics were male. I don't know why they're talking about out of the top highest grossing movies. So what are they talking about? 67% of males reviewed the top highest grossing movies? Probably because chick flicks don't generally gross the top 100. Like, yeah. You're literally saying, okay, we're only going to take this small section here, and we're only going to look at that. Why don't you look at women in the movie critics in general? Why does it have to be limited to the top 100? Oh, because that suits your narrative more like it. But anyway. As a result, Larson says she started handpicking the journalists she works with, giving preferential to journalism of colour who she believes may not get the same opportunities to other entertainment reporters. She selected Brown, for example, because Brown is a freelance reporter who writes about pop culture, disability, blackness, and womanhood. Brown has cerebral palsy, so you know that victim points are really high on that victim totem, isn't it? Although Captain Marvel herself, yeah, like she's brown, she's a woman, she has cerebral palsy, and she's a freelance journalist. Like, whew, she's way up there. Like, she even has the disability card, that one. Although Captain Marvel herself isn't an overt feminist, really? You don't think that? Though she is very powerful... Oh, okay, so the character. Although Captain Marvel herself isn't an overt feminist, she's a very powerful, accomplished woman. Before and after she gained superpowers, Larson confirmed recently that she has plans to make Captain Marvel a big feminist movie. Welcome to the ruination of Marvel, people. Bounding into Comics reports that Larson announced her intent to Entertainment Tonight, which visited the set of Captain Marvel back in May. Quote, I had a meeting with Marvel and what we discussed is they wanted, which is fucking terrifying and we'll get to that in a sec, to make a big feminist movie, she told the entertainment TV show. So, even Marvel is pushing this agenda. It's not just her. She said, literally, they wanted. Which could be a load of crap, to be honest. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I don't think she would have the ability to say that unless it was true.
Yeah, and also look at the end of the day, the CEOs of Marvel and stuff like that, they get told what to think. Like they get like studies and stuff like that. So they've probably got a whole bunch of leftists telling them that this is going to be popular.
Yeah. and then when it's not popular, they'll just blame trolling.
Yeah.
The minority of trolling, which is not.
Oh,
the
no,
majority
white
of people
male.
didn't want that movie.
I can tell you now, if this movie flops, it's going to be white males. White males didn't go and see it because she was a feminist.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
The film director Anne Boleyn was less aggressive about the movie's intent. The story lends itself to be Bolden said. Lends itself to it. Bolden said, "We're not trying to make this movie all about women. We can't make it all about women's journeys, but just be really true to this woman's journey." Okay. Although Marvel promises an epic superhero flick and Captain Marvel, fans, in particular female fans, including your fair reporter of the genre, do fear that turning Captain Marvel into a feminist icon the way Wonder Woman was marketed will have derivative effects on the character herself. Often characters that are repurposed to be typically feminist, or feminist in modern sense of the word, become stereotypes portraying the decades of character development taken to place their respective comic books before a movie premieres. Captain Marvel hits movies March 8th. Alright.
Have you noticed that grammar takes a back seat to mental gymnastics?
Grammar? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be the Daily Wire or something. I don't want to go. Look, I don't want to be a grammar Nazi. I'm the last person that does that. But okay. Oh boy. I don't know.
This movie is going to be a complete disaster, a flop. I don't think anyone's going to bother to watch it.
This movie is going to go down like the Hindenburg.
Yeah, just like the Ghostbusters one did.
Yeah. Ghostbusters, Star Wars, the Ocean movies you referenced earlier when we did the first recording. The Oceans movie was all feminist cast, which I didn't even realize had come out. How many of these movies do you have to completely screw over before you realize nobody is interested in this? Nobody wants to go and see a woman become a superhero because she has a vagina.
Yeah. You know, the thing is like, it's interesting how, for example, the Unstoppables movies, which is just like, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger and all the guys get together and make an awesome movie. The Expendables, sorry.
Yeah.
And they make a movie like that. There's no politics in the movie. It's just a bunch of guys pick up guns, kick ass, and chew bubblegum. And it just goes mental. It's a big hit in the box office, and it sells DVDs and Blu-rays. Because this is fun. It's fun to watch that kind of movie.
Yeah. At the end of the day, there's no left-wing politics pushed in it.
There's no right-wing politics in it.
There's no politics at all, to be honest. No. Yeah. It's male toxicity, if you want to use that term, at its finest. Guess what? Guys go to see movies because they want guns, they want explosions, they want Jason Statham driving fast cars. Oh my god! Frigging shock!
In fact, there are a lot of chicks. I actually know one that loves to go watch a movie like that because it's got hot guys with shirts off.
Yeah. Oh my god, you mean women like to pervert guys just as much as guys like to pervert women? Oh, I am blown away by that achievement. Like, yeah. But this is not going to be the first, and this is not the last movie they've ruined. And it's not just movies, like you say. Comic Gate. How many comics have been ruined by left-wing agenda? Movies, TV shows, Star Trek. I'm watching The Orville right now, which is 100 times better than Star Trek Discovery. I stopped watching Discovery after the first season. I binged watched 2 seasons of Orville in 3 days.
The same thing with The Expanse. You know?
Yeah, The Expanse. What about it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, and there's no politics in it. Well, not that I can tell, really. Anyway, not much. It's more anti-government than anything. But I was going to say, it goes on about government corruption and stuff like that. But I was going to say, yeah, what people are saying now that the Orville is the next Star Trek, and that Star Trek Discovery is dead.
Yeah, I've noticed it. I only watched the first 3 or 4 episodes of it, and I put it down and went, nah, this is crap.
Yeah, Superwoman, a retake of the comics and the TV series. People are literally dogging it out now because every time it's pushing a left-wing agenda. I don't know about you. I liked watching Superwoman run around in a miniskirt. It was 3 thumbs up, so to speak. But at the end of the day, I stopped watching it because I got sick of being lectured about frigging lesbianism, which seems to be more an important character development than Superwoman.
Yeah.
Like, her sister is apparently a lesbian, which is great, terrific, fine. Knock yourself out. Okay? But at the end of the day, I don't know why we have to take a season to explore her love relationship. Because that seemed to be more important than Superwoman, which is the name of the frigging show. Ugh, I don't know, guys. Look, I'm pissed. I really am. I'm pissed that they're ruining the movies. They're ruining the shows. And I'm pissed that my video that I made earlier had to get redone because I dare criticize the left-wing agenda that YouTube wants to push.
Yeah, they really memory hold that video.
Oh yeah, I couldn't even find it in my own video manager. I couldn't even search for it. But I don't know, guys. Anything you have to say before we sign off and watch this one go down the memory hole as well, I suppose?
Well, I'm just sick and tired of a lot of shows that just push this kind of crap constantly. I mean, I've sat down and watched various things on Netflix and, just go, oh yeah, this is rubbish. It's just pushing left-wing agendas and stuff. Yeah. It's really, really annoying.
I don't have Netflix just because of the fact that I know it's on there. I know it's on it. And I know the amount of crap, the amount of propaganda that is on there. Just make frigging shows.
There is a fair bit of good stuff on there too.
Yeah, there is.
There's some nice shows out of Europe that are dubbed to English, and they're really, really nice shows to watch. So that's why I still keep it, because there is good stuff on there. I noticed mostly the Netflix originals are the rubbish. That's what I noticed.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Captain Marvel? Are you interested in going and seeing it? Does this whole feminist left-wing agenda make you want to see it, or does it turn you off? Do you wish that they just made the movie and they stuck to the original lore of the comic? Because it seems like it's going to be changed to account for a feminist point of view. And look, at the end of the day, the funny thing is that people tell me her acting in this ain't that shit hot. So before you go ruining a movie with your political opinions, you might want to take some acting classes. Don't know, just thought. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Like I said, the only reason I would go and see this movie is because of Samuel L. Jackson, and now I might just watch it with a friend when it comes out on DVD. So to speak. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Apart from that, obviously, Satellite, thanks for joining us once again, because obviously we've had to do this twice. And apart from that, everybody, I'll see you in tomorrow's Nonpartisan Media Live. Have a great night and enjoy.